Hi everyone, this is Lindsay from Be Primo. It can be difficult sometimes when you're trying to fill that awkward silence with someone, especially on a date. As most of us have probably experienced this, dating can be pretty awkward sometimes, especially in the beginning when you're just starting to get to know each other. You're staring at each other from across the table, wondering if they think you're weird? Are they judging you? Should you have had that second glass of wine? And what do you even talk about? Well, I put together a few different tips for you to use so that you never run out of things to say and actually make them more interested in you. Be in the moment. The first thing you need to do if you want to create interest in the other person is to stay engaged during your date. You want to show them that they come first. So put your phone away, even put it on silent so that it doesn't distract you if it rings. Another part of being present is to make consistent eye contact. Of course, you don't want to act like you're in a staring contest, but you should be looking at them and making eye contact regularly to show that they are the focus of your attention and that you're interested in what they have to say. This is an important note to add. You want to be genuinely interested in getting to know them better and in what they have to say. It's usually pretty easy for someone to tell the difference between someone who's faking interest and someone who's genuine. If they can tell that you're honestly interested in them, they're much more likely to put their guard down and open up to you. When in doubt, ask questions. You might feel pressured to fill the silence on a date, but rest easy because you can let them do the talking for you. You just need to ask the right questions. Some of the best kinds of questions to keep a conversation going are open-ended questions. You don't want to ask a question that simply lets them say yes or no. It makes it too easy for the conversation to just end right there. Instead, frame questions in a way that will make them explain their answers and thought process. For example, what was that like for you? How did you decide blank? When did that happen? Questions that go beyond surface level. Go-to questions are always, so, what do you do for a living? What's your major? Where do you live? And while these are fine starter questions, they're also pretty boring. So go deeper and ask questions that make your date pause and think for a moment. Like, what's something you like to geek out on? If you didn't have to worry about money, how would you spend your time? What are some of your life goals? Who are some people that you look up to? Questions about something they have. Another great way to start a conversation is to ask them about their tattoo if they have one. That's a really neat tattoo. What made you decide to get it? Their watch or other fashion accessories. I really like your sense of style. Have you always been so fashionable? Or any item they might have that you could comment on. A book? What are you reading? A journal or sketchpad? And so on. Each person has a story to tell, so exploring their world is like exploring the origin story of a character in a book. You're figuring out who they are, where they came from, and where they're going. Remember to add your own thoughts and opinions. This is a conversation after all, so you do have to contribute at least part of the time. It's totally natural to share your own thoughts after they've answered your question, or state an opinion and then ask them their thoughts. You know, I've never been a fan of Broadway musicals. What about you? Once you get into the flow of things, it should be easier to talk and have that balance of sharing and listening. Also, it's okay to disagree with them. Maybe you don't like their favorite musician, or maybe they hate pizza. Don't just nod your head along with them. If anything, they'll like you more for disagreeing with them as long as you do it in a fun and respectful way. People who are independent thinkers and confident in expressing themselves are generally considered to be more attractive, so don't shy away from lovingly letting them know that their dislike for pizza is heresy. Practice. There's tons of great information out there on how to boost your charisma and get better at talking to people, but the best way is to go out and actually do it. Talk to a bunch of different people. Talk to friends, strangers, classmates, coworkers, and you get the idea. Practice is the best and only way to truly improve your conversation skills and your ability to develop strong connections faster. So there you have it. Just a few ways you can keep a conversation going on your date so that you can avoid uncomfortable silences and get to know each other in a much more meaningful way. Thanks so much for watching, and leave a comment with your own best conversation starter. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share.